Hi there, I'm Sophia Arnold, and I'm at the Northeast Film Festival today, joined by
Brian Russell.
All right, and could you tell us the name of your film and a little bit about the story of the film without giving away too many spoilers?
Sure. So my film is called SilverSizzle. It is a short comedy drama, I guess, and it is about two old-timers who have lost their wives, and they are visiting their dead wives in the cemetery, and they pick up two widows visiting their dead husbands in the cemetery.
Okay, I instantly want to watch, but I also want to know more of how this story came to be, and you mentioned you were a co-writer on it.
Yeah.
How did you come up with this concept? Based on a true story? Did it come to you in a dream? What was it like?
Well, there was no dreaming involved, at least not that I'm conscious of.
Okay.
But I had read an article that was about the increase of STIs in older populations, and the proliferation of things like Viagra and personal lubricants mean that people are having sex into their 80s and even later. And I don't know, I just thought that was kind of funny. I mean, I'm getting older myself, but it's always funny to think of old people having sex. So that was the initial impetus of the idea, and I am sort of obsessed with mortality and aging and getting older, and I had written something else that was in a cemetery, and I sort of combined the two ideas. And that's where we landed. So yeah, it's been a fun movie.
Hey, wow. So working in this kind of genre, a little bit of comedy, a little bit of dramedy, you could say, was there anything that surprised you about kind of blending the two genres?
Well, when I initially wrote it, it was really written more as a comedy, although I'm not like a real comedy person. Like, comedy is not my jam. It's not the thing that I go to the movies for typically. It's not that I don't like to laugh. And I guess when I was writing it, a mentor of mine said to me, he said, well, you have to address the human condition somehow. And when I started thinking about that, I was like, the story is not the jokes. The story has to be something else. And it really was like, what are these two guys, what do they need, what do they want? And they're lonely, and they're looking for companionship, and they're also looking for a reason to keep going. They've lost their spouses of a long time, and one of them says in the movie that they were married for 40-something years, and I was like, I think what has to happen here is we need to see these two guys sort of like change and get to the point where they understand life is still worth living, even after tragedy, even when we think like, how do we go on?
Wow. Okay. So this film is not only clearly hilarious, but it's also deeply impactful. And I know I will want to watch. How can other people watch the film? Do you have a website people can go to?
Well, if you go to my website, redshoefilm.com, red like footwear. No, red like the color. Sorry, wow. Red like the color, shoe like footwear, film like something that I used to take photos on, .com. That will get you to all my socials, and it will also get you to a link of all the screenings. So it's not publicly available online anywhere right now, but we are playing in a lot of film festivals. We've got a bunch of screenings coming up this fall. We played here at the Northeast Film Festival, and it was great. It's a lot of fun, and I think the movie's pretty good, actually.
Fantastic. Amazing. Now, the last question I'll ask is there anything that you hope that viewers will take away from the film? Maybe something that they'll reflect on after having seen the film, or a perspective shift that might occur for them? Yeah,
so for me, the Latin phrase memento mori, which was actually used to great effect recently in 28 years later. But that phrase has always had like this very deep meaning to me, and it's remember we all must die. And I'm not really afraid of death. I'm afraid of aging, but I'm not afraid of dying. And I think that our society views death as something to be not discussed, pushed off to the side, staved off. People are often like insanely sad, and I'm not saying they shouldn't be sad, but death is a natural part of life, and nobody gets out alive. And I hope that they walk away maybe thinking a little bit more positively about death, as weird as that sounds.
Yes, no, absolutely. Okay, we will hope for that, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's been a great time here at the Northeast Film Festival.